Hello again, Wargamers, back again for another game of 40k. Sorry it's been a long time since my last battle report. Real life, as usual, gets in the way. But here again, and this time playing a bit more for fun. Once again, taking on David's Iron Warriors, only this time I'm taking my Orks. You know, I fully expect to get horribly mutilated here, but we'll see how it goes. We're playing Big Guns Never Tire, and well, we'll just get straight on with it. Shall we go to the armies? Do you want to keep? Oh, you keep filming. Go on then. Right, let's do my Orks first, shall we? Right. Okay. Okay. 5 Mega Knobs. I've got a Combi Scorcher, Combi Rocket, 2 Kill Saws, with War Boss, and they're in a truck. It's got Grot Riggers. I've got Weird Boy, just level 1, not a warp head. Couldn't afford it. In a truck with Grot Riggers, 10 Shooter Boys, all with heavy armour, with a knob, and I believe he has a boss pole, although obviously I've not modelled it, an old metal model. 5 Slugger Boys, again all with heavy armour, got a rocket launcher in there, and the knob, wherever he is, somewhere, has Power Claw. I've got a Morkanaut with Grot Riggers, because obviously, yeah, not gonna. And obviously, excuse the work in progress, by the way, they're still playing with. Got a Blitzer Bomber with 6 Scorcher Missiles. I believe that's everything. Yes, that's it. Right, so on with my opponents.
And with the Iron Warriors, we have 1 Terminator Sorcerer Lord, level 3, Gift of Mutation, Spell Familiar, Ichor Blood, Combi Melter, 4 Stave, Terminator Unit, 2, 3, 4 Combi Melters, 4 Chain Fists, 1 Heavy Flamer.
Somewhere in there? Where's he at? Somewhere?
Heavy Flamer.
There we go, yep.
Champion has Gift of Mutation, of course.
Yep.
Oh, there's also Melter Bombs on this one as well.
Okay, yep.
And Icon of Vengeance.
Okay.
Then, of course, we have the usual 2 units of Nurgle and Cinch, Chaos Space Marines. They are as they have been in previous battles, except I've taken the Melt Bombs off of the Power Fist wielding champions.
Yeah.
Chaos Sorcerer, normal. Ichor Blood and Gift of Mutation again.
Yep.
Force Sword, Bolt Pistol, no Spell Familiar, couldn't afford one.
Yep.
And the Helldrake, still.
Oh God, this is going to be horrible.
Okay.
Right. Okay.
Should we also do Psychic Power?
Yeah, we can do. Yeah, because they'll probably want to know. So, what have you got?
I have on the Biomancer here.
Yep.
Smite Primaris with Leech Life.
Yep.
Whilst the Pyromancer, Flame Breath Primaris, Spontaneous Combustion, Sunburst, and Inferno. Whilst what did you draw for?
I've got my Primaris, which is Frazzle, and I actually rolled the jump, which might be helpful because I really need to get to you guys as soon as possible and start the crumping, because once that Hell Turkey turns up, I've got a feeling things are going to get very bad for my boys very quickly. So we'll deploy it and we'll get on with turn 1 and we'll see you at the end of it. And here we are back at the deployment. As you can see, I've kind of bunched up. My guys in the trucks are there, Morkanauts there, some Shooter Boys behind them just hiding out. Chaos Marines, very cagey deployment, staying out of my line of fire and probably out of range too. Probably just waiting for the bad guys to turn up and do their thing. So, would you want to roll to see if you seize the initiative?
5, no.
Nope. Okay, so Ork's turn first, see you at the end of Ork movement. And I am back at the end of Ork's shooting phase, such as it was. The Shooter Boys down here, they just run up behind the Morkanaut. Morkanaut, only weapon in range was the custom Mega Cannon. Fired, scattered a little bit, and failed to actually wound the guy in front, which really sucked. Got some big shooter shots that actually hit, wounded, but failed to pass their armour. Other than that, I guess it's on to Chaos turn 1. And back at the end of Chaos turn 1, movement and shooting, obviously not much because there's not a huge amount on the table. Nurgle squad ran out from behind the building and have tried desperately to run as much into that building as they possibly can. This squad didn't move at all. They've just taken a pot shot with their autocannon at the Morkanaut. Got some really good hits, but no penetration. So onward with Orc turn 2. This should be good for a laugh. And back at the end of Orc's movement and shooting, because there isn't an awful lot really that happened. This squad of shooter boys just sort of wandered up, keep bubble wrapping the Morkanaut. Morkanaut opened fire. Plasma weapon did nothing. The only actual casualty, well, 2 casualties were caused on that unit. A couple by the twin link big shooters on the Morkanaut. Yay. That unleashed the burner bomber. Tongue-tied. The burner bomber just unloaded everything it could into that unit, but one missile hit, the other one corkscrewed off wildly, quite surprisingly, and at the end, only
the super shooter actually did any damage.
Yeah, the super shooter. It was the grot that did the damage, I think. Actually,
oh, the big shooter, yes.
Yeah. The trucks down here just hosed.
It's worth noting the 2 models it did take over that unit was my plasma gun and my autocannon.
Yeah,
two of the few weapons I had that can actually
hurt the Morkanaut. So at the moment, at least, that squad has been gimped severely. But I'm not looking forward to the next turn because I've got this horrible feeling it's all going to go very wrong. Come back to you and Chaos movement and psychic and other weird and wacky stuff in a bit. And we are back at the end of Chaos turn 2. Hell Turkey did not come on, thank Christ. But the Sorcerer Lord did.
with his Terminators.
With his Terminators, but wow, what a mishap. That was a proper scatter and it mishapped. It actually collided with the corner of that ruin. So, unfortunately, that's not good. But it went into game reserves. He wasn't destroyed or anything, so at least there's a small mercy. That squad lit up, and so did the Psyker try to take out the burner bomber, but despite hitting it several times, just couldn't seem to get through the extremely flimsy armour. And the Chaos Nurgle squad basically just legged it into this building, trying to take up a decent firing position, trying to probably leverage what's on the bridge. So, Orc turn 3. Let's see what I can do. Back shortly. And back at the end of Orc turn 3. Moved that a little bit, still controlling the objective, but Weird Boy tried to frazzle a couple of these Chaos Marines. Power went off, but my opponent denied it, so no headbang at least. Oh yeah, in the movement phase, as the burner bomber flew off the table, he dropped a bomb that actually took out quite a few of these Chaos Marines. That was remarkably lucky. Not so hot here. One missile from the rocket launcher actually took out a Marine, but the plasma weapons did nothing. Oh, and the big shooters got a lot of hits in. I think they took out another one. So, yeah, leadership check there, but passed. Bloody veterans of the Long War. They've obviously fought against Orcs before. Orc Warboss's truck rolled around a little bit. Big shooted, but did nothing. Basically just waiting for that deep strike to happen, because when it does, it's going to be horrible. Yeah, so Chaos turn 3. We'll see how it goes, and come back to you after. And back at the end of Chaos Marines turn 3. Wow, that was eventful, and a really, really painful turn for the Orcs. These guys managed to bolt and actually cause a whole point by glancing the truck. Not that difficult, and not really that worrying. More importantly, with what happened down here. Not only did the Chaos Sorcerer actually turn up and started chucking flames all over the place, the Orcs actually did remarkably well, although they are soul-blazed. They actually passed the leadership check for reducing the casualties. Everything seemed to be okay. That's taken a whole point. But other than that, the real big thing is all of these melters, that's what, 5 of them, went into the back of my Morkanaut. And the custom force fields say, well, 1 missed, the other 4 all rolled penetrating hits, but only 1 of them actually managed to make it through, and all it did was stun it. So it's lost a whole point, and it's stunned for a turn. That hopefully it might stay alive. So here we go into Orcs turn 4. Time to see if we can make it all happen. Back at the end of my turn. And back at the end of Orc turn 4, and wow, that was an eventful turn. This truck rolled forward a little bit. This guy's bundled out, charged the guys in there. Nob issued a challenge, but got power fisted in the chops although he failed to wound the aspiring champion. So he got a fleet as a boon, which pretty much useless. Weird Boy took out a couple, and the boys took out a couple more, but it's a drawn combat. However, much, much, much more fun over here. Remember, there used to be a squad of Chaos Terminators there with a Chaos Sorcerer. Well, War Boss and took down a couple of Mega Knobs doing it, but as you can see, War Boss rules supreme. So looks like it's all good. Well, there's my opponent's turn 4, where the Hell Turkey comes on, but I think it's a little too late now. We'll come back at the end of his turn. And back at the end of Chaos Space Marine turn 4. Kind of, sort of eventful, but sort of not. Those guys over there tried to use Psychic Lightning and Life Leech. Was it Life Leech or did you?
Leech Life.
Leech Life on the flyer. Didn't do anything. Didn't hit it, in fact. Hell Turkey finally came on. Vector Struck took a whole point off of my Burner Bomber. And then proceeded to try and blowtorch his truck. Took a whole point off of it. Used its Demon Forge. Oh, which reminds me, did you want to roll for your Demon Forge?
I did. I
rolled did you? Oh, that's all right then. Okay.
The phase. One thing we haven't done yet is the Soul Phase went now, didn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right, so that's all gravy. The combat in here, lost a couple of Orks, but because I declared a war in my last turn, sorry I didn't scream war on camera, but a bit of a sore throat, I've been ill last week. As you can see, combat is still swirling on. It's pretty much just, you're going to be a melee for the rest of the game, I think. So then it will be on to Orks turn 5, and quite possibly the last turn of the game. Things looking good, got some objectives, all happy. Come back at the end of my turn 5. And back at the end of Ork turn 5. Interesting turn. Morkanort actually unloaded and pretty much wiped out the squad. I mean, he got lucky. Had to make a couple of lookout sirs. Otherwise, he would have been instant death by the various plasma doohickeys being shot at him and missile launchers and God knows what else. He's still alive, just about. Let's see what else happened. Hell Turkey, actually the boys down here opened fire at the Hell Turkey, hit it 3 times but failed to glance at it even though they were shooting at rear armour. Close combat over there, I actually only lost 1 boy, but passed the leadership check and they're continuing to fight even though they failed their fear check. Which has obviously helped the Chaos Marines no end, but they're still duking it out over there and obviously enjoying themselves, so they're going to keep fighting. On with my opponent's turn 5. This may be the last turn of the game. We're just going to have to see how it goes. But I think the Chaos are well and truly on the back foot. Catch you at the end of their turn. And we are back at the end of Chaos Space Marine turn 5. Hell Turkey went into hover mode and bale flamed those Orks. Killed a couple, failed the leadership check, mob ruled, and the knob had to beat up the remaining Orks. There's only 1 boy left, unfortunately. If you'd be scared of something, be scared of me. Over here, once again, combat just keeps going on. Although they're afraid of these Chaos Marines, they just won't run away. Seem to be enjoying themselves too much, keep passing leadership checks. Chaos Space Marine Sorcerer over there tried to make a long bomb charge into the Morkanort. Very brave of him, to be fair, because he'd be squished. And he nearly caught a rocket in the face, so did pretty well there. Other than that, one of the Mega Knobs was perished. He did actually manage to cook it with a smite. And that would be the end of turn 5. Do you want to try and... hang on, let me quickly zoom out. Right, roll away.
Game ends.
Game ends. Well done, mate. I tell you, awkward left-handed epic handshake. And there you go. Well, looks like the Green Tide have been victorious again.
1, 2, 3... First Blood and
Slay the Warlord.
5-0.
5-0. Okay, I feel really bad now because I've just whooped you, and that's like the 3rd time we played in a row that I've actually beaten you. I feel really bad now.
I think the main problem, my mistake was I deep striking them behind Morkanort in front of them. I probably would have done better.
Well, the thing is, I saved with the invulnerable save, so
Yes,
to be honest, you didn't with the melter guns. You don't need to be in the rear arc.
I know.
I know it's habit I know it's habit because normally it makes perfect sense. If it was something like, I don't know,
Las cannons.
A Predator, let's say, because it's with las cannons, its armor value on its butt end, pardon the expression, is really pitiful for a supposedly a medium battle tank. It's actually quite pony, but with melter weapons you don't really need to be in the rear arc. So never mind. I mean, you were just unlucky because you got 4 penetrating hits and I saved 3 of them.
But the other thing is, if I'd gone here instead of here, still got the penetrating hits, I would have probably been too far away for your knobs to get me that turn. Yeah,
obviously they can't run, so it relies on the charge, but because I declared a while that turn, they would have come along, would have been re-rolling both dice, not just one. So never mind. I mean, you live, you learn. But yeah, unfortunately, it's Orc victory. Wow, the lads. Right, I hope you enjoyed the game. Sorry, I got a bit tongue-tied and confuzzled. It happens sometimes, and I will try and get a few more battle reports in, because the Iron Warriors seem to have this terrible, terrible problem when it comes to having officers survive. I mean, they've got another sorcerer over there who's actually managed to live through it, probably quite traumatised, but their senior officers seem to be dropping like flies. Well, anyway, hopefully you enjoyed that report, and I will see you all again soon for some more random mayhem. Till then, take care you all, and I'll see you soon.